So guys, today we're going to show you how to fit the halo rings on an R56. So we'll go ahead removing the bumper and then we'll come back to you in a minute. So guys, first of all we're going to remove the front grille. Now you probably need a trim tool or something slimed. So all you're going to do is pry the middle out like that. Don't pull it all the way out and then the clip will come out like that. So we'll just take them four out. And then you've got four clips under here which you can reach, so pop that, come out. No, yeah. So as you can see on those, they're just like a little scissor clip. So you push it in to release and then you can get to all the bolts. So we're going to take the wheels off because there's a couple of bolts underneath. Obviously we need to remove these bolts, so we'll get ahead going that and we'll come back to you.
It's not my car.
So guys, we've got the wheel off. Obviously we've taken the cover off for the back of the lights. There's a couple of screws that you need to take out here, plastic ones, so just be careful with them. They're dead easy to spin, so all you do is obviously, if it does spin like that, as it is doing, just hold the outside of it as you're pulling through, hopefully. And if that doesn't work, where's the trim tool? Get your trim tool. I'm just going to wedge it under it to put a bit of tension on it. Undo it that way. And just keep the tension on it while you're unscrewing. It's hard to do it with one hand. Still spinning. There you can see, you can undo that. That's full on floor and then the cup comes out. So you're going to end up with two of those. So obviously that goes in, you've got to try and hold that outside while unscrewing that. And then we can peel that back, which then gives us access to the torque screw. So there's a torque screw underneath there, so we're going to unclip the arch and then we'll show you how to take that off as well. Right guys, so there was one clip there and then there's one clip up there that pushes into this here. So you've got to pull that out from behind, which exposes this little torque screw here. So obviously got that one and the two on the top, and then that's everything done there. Okay guys, so once all the top pieces are off, you've got 5 bolts, so they're basically inside these holes. I can't video it because of where it is, but you'll see inside there. These little clips, so we'll take them off and then the bumper should come off at that point. Okay guys, so we've got the bumper loose now. We've removed these torques and the two on the end, and obviously the clips underneath, and then underneath here there's 3 posies right at the front which need to come out, and then there's 5 clips at the back which we showed you before. So we'll take the bumper forward now. As you can see, if Lauren comes over the top, you'll get to a point like that where it's basically just resting on all the wires. So what you've got to do is just feed down there and unclip that. Unclip. Right, so we just had a bit of a fiddle with that one there because it was hard to get out, but as you can see, once you've released that, we can then put the bumper upside down on your cardboard. And basically we're just going to undo these torques here, swap the units over, swap the bulbs over, and that's it. So we'll get onto that. Times like this, you just take it slow. Okay guys, so 2 screws there and 1 there, and that gives you that whole unit off there. So we've pre-built one so we can show you what was going on. So basically 2 torque screws there, as you'll see, will release that old unit, and then there's obviously the new unit. And what you should end up with is this unit. So basically you're going to take that ring off, attach that to there, and that will give you then the original brackets to go back on. And it's just a simple case of screwing that back to there. One more ride, baby, here we go. Okay guys, so the first bit of the wiring and the bulb installation. So there's 2 screws on the back of these metal things here, and they are really tight. So obviously once you've got your bulb, and you can see the 3 pins there, you've got to get the biggest one in there. Where is it? That one. And then just make sure you tuck all them in. It is tricky, like I say, it's dead tight. So if you get that in and then you lock it like that. So that's the first installation of the bulb, and obviously the factory connection goes on there. So that's the first one done, and then we'll go on to showing you this other loom. Okay guys, so it'll all come with this wiring loom and a link here. So obviously that just plugs straight into that one, and then you're going to run that across, and then you've got two connections here. Obviously we're just putting this in, and then we're going to decide where we're going to mount it all. So, and then that one obviously in that one. So that's your two fogs then connected up to the control unit, which is here. So we're going to go white to white, which is that one. And then we've got all these to deal with in a minute. So we've got live, neutral. So we'll keep all them free. Right, we're going to remount the bumper, and then we'll go on from there showing you how to do these ones. So guys, so the fog lamp that there was in there, basically, because we're getting rid of that now, you still need the connector. So we've put that back in, and these little resistors have got to go in there to stop any error codes. Obviously we advise taping these up and making them secure like that, so they're not going to get any moisture in them. Just make sure everything's secure, because it's going to be dangling behind your bumper. Now there's there's a couple of ways of wiring these, and there's also some options of having them on half dim, full dim. It's all explained in the instructions. So obviously you've got that one lined up there, we'll hide that. You've got two lots of wires left to do. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do that to the battery, live and neutral, and this one to the headlight, and that will give you the function of when you turn the headlights on, the halos will go off. Now we've had another customer install these and have a bit of a mess around, and what he's decided to do with his, because he wanted the halos on all the time, was to do this to the original side light. So basically we chop the ends off these, and we're going to tap them into the live and the neutral of the original side light, so then they will come on with the side lights. Like I say, that's just a preference that we want. It's all in instructions how to do it properly, but if you want them to go off with the headlights on, then they need to go to your battery, and that one needs to go to your headlights, which again is explained in the instruction manuals. So we'll get along chopping these off, and we'll come back to you in a minute. Okay guys, so the configuration that we're going to use, because we want them to come on all the time, without chopping this, the original wiring loom, because obviously these error adjusters come with it that you need to plug in to stop any error codes, we're just basically going to tap to those. So then obviously if ever we did come to take them off, the standard wiring loom is untouched. Again, when you're doing this, heat shrink, tape, you know, good insulation, make sure all this is tied up, and obviously everything's secure. What we have found, a couple of people have left these dangling, and you can imagine after going over bumps a million times, they're going to work loose there, so make sure everything's tied up and secure. So we'll get along doing that, and you'll show you how we do it. Okay guys, so just as a rough, so make sure when you plug your error adjuster in, you're going from earth to earth, because obviously it'll go either way, so black to brown. And then what we've done is we've tapped into that loom there. I'm just going to show you that before we solder and shrink it up, so you can see exactly how it goes. Like I say, once this is all done, get it all bunched up and tape it all together so it's nice and secure. You're going to have loads of excess wires in the box to mount yet, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we'll finish off wrapping these up and we'll come back to you again. So all the wiring's there, as we can see. We've got the big module box there, so I've just unplugged that fog lamp, and we're basically just going to zip tie that in there nice and secure, and obviously take these ends up that are loose there. So once that's all on, you've got your spare lead there that should have gone to the headlights. Again, zip tie that up, back behind there, and then it's just a case of when we lift up the bumper now, we've got another plug there, which we're just going to plug back into there, which will go, he says, this bit, that's it. So we've got that one, and then obviously make sure that that one's tucked in as well when you bring it up. So obviously bring it up to there. You've got your original fog light to plug back in, which is that one. Get that in, and then I'll go and do this side. This is the first one. So this one's a bit of a fiddle because it's behind your washer bottle. It says like that. And that's it basically guys. So obviously we're going to do the reverser before, all your screws back in, arches back on, arch mouldings, and then we'll give you a finished look. So there you go guys, that's the finished product. It's hard to show you that they actually halo rings because obviously it glares on the camera, but you've seen these, you know what they look like, the ring around the outside. So if you want these, they're on our website, www.KillAllChrome.com. There's plenty of other stuff on there. Keep watching the videos, keep liking, subscribing, etc. Thanks for watching.
She got my heart in a choke.